RiverBender.com's coverage of today's game is brought to you by Macias Insurance Agency, your local independent insurance agent. Roper's Regal Beagle, the Metro East premier sports bar and grill. Midwest Members Credit Union, the one place to go for all your banking needs. Liberty Bank, bank local, bank Liberty. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all of your protection under one roof. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Calc Institute of Technology, your future, your success. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Claywell Asset Management, an independent firm. Lewis and Clark Community College, empowering people. Trust Family Auto Sales, now offering repair service across from the Befalto Airport under the water tower. Eagle Home Improvement, providing guaranteed quality and superior service. Trigger Talent, concealed carry classes, advanced handgunning and private training, and all-season range.
And good afternoon from Carrollton as Jeremy Watson receives the kickoff, and he is going to be brought down at about close to the 30. We'll call it the 29-yard line. John Huff with you today, along with Carrollton alum Tanner Crumweedy, and great day for football. Second round of football action with the number 9 Carrollton Hawks taking on the number 1 seeded undefeated Tuscola Warriors. Tanner, great to be with you today.
It's a pleasure to be here, John. I appreciate you asking me to embark on this journey with you.
It sure will. Sure looks like it'll be a journey today as Pro back in the snap in the shotgun, has time to pass, looking, surveying the field. He's got to get it off, and he's still on his feet, still surveying. He gets it off, and he's got a man downfield, and it's caught by Jace Arnett. And he's got running down the field, 30, 25, finally brought down at the 24-yard line where the official is. And what a way to start the game. How about that?
Like you said, what a way to start off the game. Wade Pro does an awesome job scrambling away from the big guys from the defensive end.
He's just, I don't want to compare him, but he's a lot like Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, but they're just staying alive in the pocket. We saw that last week against Camp Point. He's done that all year long. A long completion, and we just talked about this could be a journey in the embark on. Well, it certainly looks like it today as the Hawks are quickly downfield. The Hawks are playing very well right now on a 7-game win streak. Offense doing very well. Smith on the pitch outs, and he's got to be taken down for a loss. Taken down to 30, but I think they're going to mark him down if you're talking about forward progress.
Looks like it's going to be a loss of about 5 yards.
Oh, they spot it at looks like it's the 26. I don't think it's, it looks like about 5 yards. So, Carrollton, they got to come back from a huge shot of adrenaline right there, and I think it got brought back down to earth momentarily. A loss of 4 there, it's confirmed.
That's one thing you can't do in the playoffs. You got to let your adrenaline fuel you to the next play.
Indeed. Pro in the shotgun. Smith by his side. Back to pass again. Looking. And it's got to go to Smith, and he's got to take a hit. Brought down. Not much on the play. I think they're going to rule him down right at the 26-yard line, it looks like.
The yard marker moved about a yard forward, so it looks like a yard on the play.
So we got a 3rd and long for the Hawks. It's 4-down territory. Throw back in the gun. Looks for the receiver. Has time to throw. He's got to unleash it. And he's got a man open. And it's going to be caught. Jeremy Watson with the touchdown for the Hawks. On a 3rd and long, they complete another long pass. And the Hawks, just like that, draw first blood on the number 1 Tuscola Warriors. What a great start.
It appears to me that Tuscola came into this thinking Carrollton was going to start with the run, and they did just the opposite in these long passes.
Well, the Hawks, they do like to run. They have Jared Smith, who's one of the best athletes in the WIVC, but if you know Carrollton Hawk football, what they've done, especially in the last 5 years, they want to pass. And we got some firework action in the background. Always nice to have something like that.
There's no doubt that the whole city's hearing that one.
Yeah.
We call Carrollton a city with 2,700 people.
Smith and the Wildcat takes it. Looks like he's got to pass. Got to get it off, and it's going to be incomplete in the back of the end zone. So Carrollton will take a 6-0 lead after their first series early on. We'll be back in 30.
Come join the fun at Gettin's Oasis, located on Highway 67 in Carrollton, Illinois. We open at 11 a.m. 7 days a week with daily lunch and dinner specials. You can always count on a good time at Gettin's Oasis. Enjoy our huge outdoor patio and bar, or try your luck on our video gaming machines. You can even book our banquet facilities for your next private party. Stop in for a visit or check us out online at gettinsoasis.com.
Welcome back to RiverBender.com. Hawks score in the first 2 minutes, 10:09, and it's a squib kick by the Carrollton kicker, Hayden Stringer.
81, ball.
And it's a decent return for the Warriors, and the ball's going to be spotted at their own 45, so they have great field position to start off. Decent, all right coverage, I'd say, by the Hawks right there. Seemed all planned for the squib kick, so it doesn't look like they want to kick it deep, because then the Warriors, they do have some pretty good athletes, including junior number 11, Dalton Hoyle. Here's Caleb Williams in the shotgun, Tuscola. It's got to be a keeper by Williams, and he's got to get a moderate gain at about, say, 4 yards there.
Caleb Williams with a good power play through the quarterback keeper. He gets about 5 yards on that play. Well, we'll call it 4.
Williams, he accumulated over 300 total yards and over 250 passing yards and over 100 rushing, so he's pretty much involved in just about every play for the Warriors, which is what they traditionally do. Last year they had all-stater Nick Bates. Man in motion for the Warriors. Back to pass is Williams, and it's a completion for a first down. Complete number 25, Hayden Cothran. So it looks like, based on this one series, it looks like the Warriors, and this is what they usually do, they just kind of operate like a machine. Just a couple plays, get a first down. That's what they do. Unlike Carrollton, who showed they're a big play offense. Williams, handoff up the middle. And it's going to be close to another first down.
Number 34, Andrew Erickson, gets the first down there.
And this is what's it could be. It's looking like an offensive shift. It's early to predict, but Hawks they seem a little demoralized on defense.
Erickson standing 5'9" and weighing 195 pounds. You got to think that's a hard train to stop up the middle.
And then it's up the middle. It's juggled momentarily, and Hawks temporarily had him in the backfield, but he's got to be brought down close to the 30. It's Hayden Cothran again on the jet sweep. Brought down by Jay Sarnett. So this is the second year in a row the Warriors have had an undefeated season, but last year they lost in the second round to Leroy, who knocked out Carrollton in the next round in the quarterfinals. So we were very close to seeing these two teams play each other last year in the quarterfinals, but they're here this year in Carrollton in the second round, and Hawks hoping that history repeats last year where they can knock out the Warriors in the second round. And Williams, quarterback keeper, he's got a good hole. Brought down, he's got to be about a yard short of the first down.
Tuscola did what we thought they would do. They came into this game and looks like they're going to be running the ball quite a bit.
Run the ball quite a bit, but also be looking to hit Carrollton on the pass somewhat often. Running back to his right for Williams, a man in motion. Cothran, it's going to be a keeper. He's got to get the first down once again. Just gets enough and a little bit more.
Carrollton really needs to get a stop here. I'm not sure if they've taken a loss. If Tuscola's taken a loss on offense yet this drive.
They have not. I think their least amount of gain was about 3 or 4 yards. So they're averaging at least 5 yards per carry. And it's got to be that is a huge problem right there. Trips right for the Warriors. Look to the sidelines to receive the audible. Williams, man in motion. That's Hoyle, and he's got to get a handoff, and it looks like it's going to be a little movement. I think it's going to be on the Warriors for this one. Yeah, it's a false start in the Warriors.
I think it was that left offensive tackle. He kind of jumped up early, And that audible, you wonder if the coach was telling them to go on 2 or maybe even more. What cadence they may be switched.
It's a good spot. Well, if there was anything the Hawks needed, it would be just a little penalty on the Warriors, maybe to slow their momentum up.
I think that was a good penalty for the Hawks because, like you said, their momentum, Tuscola's momentum coming down the field was
to
too
Williams. Still churning. And again, another decent gain by Williams up the middle. He's already getting in a good hands worth of work. Pickup of 7, so it's going to be 2nd down and 8. We already know this is going to be 4-down territory. Williams in the gun again. He's been in the shotgun every play this drive, and it's going to be a fake. A pass out to the outside, and it's going to be short of the 1st down. That was a pass to Hoyle. Nice tackle by Jeremy Watson. So this is a manageable 3rd down for the Warriors, but this is the farthest they've been back. This is the second 3rd down the drive. But it's the farthest they've been back. It's going to be about a 3rd and 4. Williams, fake jet sweep. It's going to be a jet sweep to Hoyle. And he's got the 1st down and just at about the 5-yard line.
Tuscola's had the ball now for close to 3.5 minutes, and they've done nothing but drive down the field since they've had control of the ball.
Well-oiled offense, very hard to stop. You can see why they're undefeated. In fact, they one of their victories included a win against then number 1 Decatur St. Teresa, who's playing Athens today in the 2nd round, and we could see it's probably St. Teresa coming down and maybe get to the semifinals. Hand off to Williams. He stopped short.
Offensive line does the chop approach there towards the defense, and they just go for their legs and hopefully knock them out. Quarterback couldn't overcome that and can't get the touchdown.
We'll see who they're going to go do this time. Hoyle, he's out all by himself to the left side. Call man in motion. It's a keeper to Williams, and it looks like they're going to say he's down at about the 1-yard line, so it's going to be a 3rd and goal at the 1. Yeah, it was basically the same play, same approach. Just it was a fake handoff to a wide receiver, but just keep going straight down Carrollton's throat. Well, this is where Carrollton they need a stop. They need a loss. Williams. He keeps it, and it appears he is in. A touchdown for Tuscola. They kept going with him, and it paid off. And the Warriors, they do kick extra points. So they'll try to get up by a score, by a point I may add. Let's see if Carrollton can block this. And the kick is up, and it is true. And the Warriors capitalize on the Carrollton's failure to get a 2-point conversion, and they take the lead 7-6 with 5:36 to go in the 1st quarter. Looks like it's going to be a good one today. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Trust Family Auto Sales and Cycles focuses on providing you with the highest quality used vehicles in the Riverbend. Before hitting the lot, all cars are thoroughly inspected and serviced in our very own repair shop. We make sure your future vehicle will look like it just came off the assembly line. We have a massive selection of cars with price ranges to fit any budget, and our motorcycles look like they just came off the showroom floor. Trust can finance any credit situation and have you on the road in no time. Whether you're looking for a car, truck, van, SUV, hybrid, or motorcycle, Trust Family Auto Sales has you covered.
Welcome back to RiverBender.com. It's got to be a kick return by Watson at the 10-yard line. He's got a wall, but he's going to be taken down.
As he's taken down, John,
30.
I'd like to talk to you about Gettin's Oasis. We want to give a special shout-out to the Gettin's Oasis and John Gettin down there down in the
establishment.
Valley. His friendly staff there. Please thank them for being our premier sponsor today at RiverBender.com.
You know, Gettin's Oasis, that is a prime location to go just have have a good cold one or just a fine meal, and great place to watch TV. They have a lot of fine TVs there, and that'd be a great place to go to, especially after a game. Highly recommended.
And speaking of that, they're listening right now.
Yes.
They're watching and listening, RiverBender.com.
So Pro back in the gun. Smith by his side, and it's the delayed handoff to Smith, and Tuscola, they were ready for it. That's going to be a loss of about 5 yards. Great defense by the Warriors. So the Hawks, they've ran the ball. I believe that's the third time they've run the ball, and each time has not been successful. So it looks like very early, it already seems like the Hawks, the only way they can find the hole in the Warriors' defense, is through pass, and that's what they're going to do right here. Back in the gun, he's got to throw downfield, tight pass, and it's going to be almost intercepted. It was a great deflection by number 15, Jarrett Heath. He caused the deflection, and it was almost caught by Noah Pierce.
Yeah, it definitely went off both Heath and Pierce's hands, and then off Carrollton's hands, and you wonder at what point does somebody catch it?
Yeah. Well, that's always a tight pass for a running back to or any receiver to catch. So it's going to be a 3rd and long for the Hawks out of the shotgun. Being chased again. He's going to have to get it off. He's barely gets it off. Fortunate that he's not brought down all the way back in the backfield, and Carrollton's got to have the punt. Oh, there's going to be a late flag throw, and that might be called for intentional grounding.
I didn't think they were going to throw it. Tuscola's coaching staff was definitely on these officials, and then they threw the flag. It might be the right call.
I think it might be a sideline warning. Oh, intentional grounding, yes. It was clear that Pro wasn't throwing it to anyone in particular. He was just trying to get rid of it. Well, it's going to be a loss of down. Carrollton's got a punt on the way, and Tuscola most likely have great field position. And number 11, that's Hoyle, who's got to return it. Smith usually has a good leg. Carrollton, beware. They may bring the house. The Warriors may bring the house here, but not everyone. Oh, and an awkward punt. I think it hit an official there because it took a deflection. It's going to be picked up at the 35-yard line of Carrollton, and Tuscola is going to be right back in business.
After that play, Jace Arnett was sort of signaling with the football, saying he thought it went off the official's arm, and that's just an unfortunate circumstance.
Yeah, unfortunate for the official.
It could go either way.
He might have a bruise tomorrow. Unfortunate for Carrollton as well. They couldn't catch a lucky break there. Man in motion, but there's going to be movement on the Tuscola line. They're going to be moved back 5 yards here with a false start. But we'll see if that'll even matter because they just seem like they're just moving the ball at will. So it'll be a 1st and 15 for the Warriors. Move the ball back to the 40-yard line. Williams back in the shotgun. Man in motion. It's going to be a pass. A short pass, and it's complete to Hoyle.
Dalton Hale, he's a 5'6" junior, weighing in at 136 pounds, makes a nice out route there to make a completion for about 10 yards.
He was also a starter last year, so that's how much they envy him. He's already a junior, not a first-year starter as a junior, but a second-year starter. He most likely be a 3-year starter as well. You can see how much of an impact he's already had. Another man in motion, tight end. Hand off to Williams, keeper. Finally met just at about the first down marker, and it looks like he'll be a first down.
If I had a say in what's going on here, Tuscola, they can't be stopped up the middle. This Carrollton
Correct.
defensive line needs to step it up a little bit here because it's crunch time right here. 2nd down and 10.
Well, the Hawks had a fine game last week and have been in great form, but this is a completely different animal to what they've faced all season long. I mean, they face teams that stock up on the line and run, but this is different. You know, they can throw. Tuscola can throw and pass, and they have a athletic quarterback, tall, and he's met the line there, and will be stopped short.
Couple Hawks on the ground appearing to be injured, but getting up quickly, so that's a good news.
Well, and you notice every time it takes about at least two players to stop him because he's big going forward, and 6'1", 178-pound senior, and that's always a tough load.
Quarterback Caleb Williams has definitely impressed me so far in this game.
Oh no, well, he impressed me with his overall statistics beforehand. So, and he's living up to it. Back in the gun, play on motion. Got to be another handoff to Williams, and he doesn't get that much this time. So
that's good defensive play calling. We had a linebacker coming in that hole. As their offensive line had our defensive line pushed out of the way. There was a hole there, but we had a good defensive call there, and the linebacker made the play.
So it's going to be 3rd and 4. The Warriors are 3 for 3 on 3rd downs so far in the game, and that's just a straight-out efficiency right there. Man in motion again, and it's going to be a handoff to the wide receiver. He's got room to run. He's going to be upended, not before a 1st down. Inside the 15. That's Cawthron once again. He's been involved every now and again. Well, you wonder if the Hawks will just kind of have to gamble upside, bring some more linebackers in to stop Williams. However, you don't want to gamble too much because they got weapons to the outside. Williams, and it's got to be a handoff to the running back, and not much that time. That's Andrew Erickson on the carry, another big boy. And the Carrollton sophomore Byron Holmes with the tackle. I think that might be the first, the smallest gain Tuscola's had all game. That was a 1-yard gain so far. That's impressive.
That is impressive. I don't know if I've seen any less than that yet.
Hoyle in the motion. It's got to be a jet sweep. Oh, and it looked like Hawks got on the end of it there, and he's got to get dragged down, and good coverage as it ends up.
Great coverage there.
Yeah. That was originally good blocking put by Tuscola, but the Hawks, they're a fast team. They're good at getting to the edges, and they take down Hoyle, and it's going to be a 3rd and 8.
You could see where that running back started to bounce in and realized that hole was filled. He was going to go try to bounce it out and realized there was other Carrollton Hawks there flocking to him.
Trips right. Williams in the gun. Back to pass. Throws it to the end zone. And it looks like it's going to be caught, and it is a Tuscola touchdown. Williams to Hoyle. Great connection. And the Warriors, they cut Watson off guard. It was a one-on-one. The trips right just ended up being a decoy. And it's Gareth Hoyle on the receiving touchdown. And it's now 13-6 with the PAT coming up. And once again, they convert on another 3rd down. 5 for 5 in the game. The kick is up. Good hold. Kick is up and good, and a lot of distance on it. So Tuscola takes a 14-6 lead over Carrollton late in the first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Come on, guys. We're only up by 1 run. I need some insurance. Let's go.
Put me in, Coach. I can get you some insurance.
AmFam G-Man at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a long one. A home run for AmFam G-Man.
Hit a home run with my team, a winning team. Let me protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062. Come on, Coach.
American Family Insurance.
Welcome back to RiverBender.com. It's a kickoff again to Watson. Right, the same place, just as the third time in a row. And he's got a little room. He's got a seam. This time he gets past the 30-yard line.
As we mentioned earlier, we want to give a special shout-out to Gettin's Oasis and John Gettin for sponsoring this game for RiverBender and for all the fans that are at home for sponsoring this game and allowing fans to see this live stream.
For free. Yes, we can do that. Well, it'd be nice if Carrollton could get a free touchdown right here. That'd be great. They seem like they would really need it. This Tuscola defense is really tough. Pro back to throw. Gets away again somehow. He's really good at that. And it's caught. It's caught by Jarrett Smith, and what if that was by design or a little bit of luck? Who knows? Pro once again scrambles, gets away from pressure, and completes a long pass. That was Alex Boker, pardon me. And out to the Hawks' 48-yard line. So far, it's just been a couple of long passes that's undone this Warriors defense. Pro is going to be alone in the gun once again. It looked like there's a screen pass on, and
it appeared to me there Pro had a little trouble handling the ball. He was looking for the seams and couldn't quite find them. He flipped the ball around in his hands, and that forced what I believe to be a pass to his feet because he knew it wouldn't be accurate.
Yeah. Well, that's true. That was a good throw. That was a good decision just to throw it at his feet and not be a hero and probably end up being an interception there. That would have been awful to see. But, yeah, good awareness by Pro. I mean, you don't get credit for that, but credit to him just to get out of that situation for now. Alone in the gun again, another pass, 2nd and 10, and it's complete up the middle. That's looks like it's Boker again, and they're going to rule him down. A yard short.
I don't agree with that spot. He had that ball across the plane there.
Yeah, it looked like. Well, he had that last ditch effort. And, couldn't be sure, but it looked like he was not down yet. But it's going to be a 3rd and 1 as the first quarter ends, and it's Carrollton. They're driving, but they are currently trailing the number 1 Tuscola Warriors 14-6. We'll be back in a minute.
Can you add beauty to your home and cut energy costs? You can with new Eagle Series Gold Collection windows from Eagle Home Improvement. The experts at Eagle will custom fit Gold Collection windows into your existing window openings to save time and money. Gold Collection windows will give your home a dramatic new look while saving energy. And all Eagle Gold Collection Series windows come with a lifetime limited warranty. Eagle Home Improvement, 259-2500, where integrity counts.
Welcome back to RiverBender.com. It's 14-6. Tuscola, Carrollton, they're going to go. It's 3rd and 1. Smith is in the Wildcat. It's going to be a first down, but there's a flag for one of the back judges. This could be a hold.
If I had to guess, I would say it's definitely a hold on the offensive line.
And, yep, it is going to be a holding on Carrollton, and that is a backbreaker. Well, they're going to have the pass, which they've completed, but it makes it that much tough.
Their momentum there with that run play, getting that first down would have helped them continue to run the ball and be successful, whereas now having to be back 10 yards, they're probably going to go back to the pass play here.
Yeah, no doubt, probably. If I were a betting man, I'd definitely take a bet on that. So it's going to be Pro back there with Smith to his right. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for the Hawks. Snap back. Pro rush on, blitz. Throws over the middle, and it's going to be caught where he's going to be short where the officials are spotting it. Looked like pass might have been bobbing a little bit. That might have just been me.
We'll see if Coach Nick Flowers goes for it here.
I think you got to go for it, no doubt. So Pro is in the quarterback spot. 4th and inches. Blitz on. Got to be a handoff to Smith, and it doesn't look like he's going to get it. No, he is stopped short. Loss of yards. They handed off to Smith instead of doing a direct snap like they did the previous 3rd and short. The Hawks fail to get the first down, and the Warriors take over on the Hawks' 45-yard line like they did on their first drive.
Those are the kind of big plays, John, that have to be converted in the playoffs. You got to be near perfect to get these wins.
Near perfect against a perfect team, that's for sure. Undefeated record-wise, that is. Well, Tuscola has looked near perfect today so far. I mean, they've had a great offense, and they're going for it long to Hoyle, and he's caught it, and he's loose. 10-5, goal line, touchdown Warriors. A 55-yard pass to Caleb Williams to Dalton Hoyle makes it look too easy. And right after that stop, they strike Carrollton with a pass downfield. They now lead Carrollton by 2 scores and awaiting the extra point. Man, that is just a backbreaker right there. And a quick response. Snap, hold back, kick is up and good. Tuscola takes another quick strike and leads Carrollton 21-6. Early in the second quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Come join the fun at Gettin's Oasis, located on Highway 67 in Carrollton, Illinois. We open at 11 a.m. 7 days a week with daily lunch and dinner specials. You can always count on a good time at Gettin's Oasis. Enjoy our huge outdoor patio and bar, or try your luck on our video gaming machines. You can even book our banquet facilities for your next private party. Stop in for a visit or check us out online at gettinsoasis.com.
Welcome back to RiverBender.com. We haven't even played 1 minute in the second quarter, and Tuscola's already gone up. Another score, and the kick is to Jarrett Smith, and he's got some room, and he trips up on his own feet just past the 40-yard line. It was Jeremy Watson. They've kicked it to him every time. Well, Carrollton, they got a nice little boost right there, already at the 40-yard line.
There was definitely a lot of green in front of him. Watson trips to his feet. There's plenty of green in front of him to go all the way for the touchdown.
Yeah, Watson, he has 11 receiving touchdowns on the season. A great receiving threat. Fast player. Let's see if he can replicate that on this drive right here. As Pro back in the gun. Hand off to Smith. Just hardly any room. And he might have just gotten back to the line of scrimmage, if that. Yeah.
Looks like their spot's going to take him a yard behind the
yard back.
Original line of scrimmage for 2nd down and 11.
If I'd have to say, I believe Smith has a negative net gain right now in his yardage. So it's got to be a 2nd and 11. Arnett in motion. Bring some guys. Pressure. Gets it off. And it's going to be caught again. And there might be some pass interference on that. They're going to mark him. It's marked originally right at the first down marker and a flag downfield.
You got to give Jarrett Smith a lot of credit there, man. He held with that block, and he allowed Wade Pro to make that pass.
That was a big boy that he was holding off. Awaiting the call. And it's got to be a pass interference on Tuscola. Another great catch by Arnett. That's the second catch he made. His first catch was the first play of the game.
I think, honestly, John, it's about time they call a pass interference. I think there's been several missed in this game.
Really? Okay. So the Hawks will take the pass interference penalty, and that will give them more yards, and they'll place the ball at the Warriors' 44-yard line. Well, the Hawks, I mean, it's looking a little bleak for them right now, but they've been moving the ball. It's just the defense can't get a stop right now, so maybe they're just got to have just to outscore the Warriors. Pro takes a snap. It's got to be a screen pass to the left. They're going to get some decent yards on it. And that was complete to Jeremy Watson. And it's going to be a gain of about 7. So it's just a quick little pass. That's what the Hawks have done so well all year. Just quick little passes to the outside for a decent amount at the least. Trips right for Pro. Smith in the backfield. I wonder if they'll give him the ball anytime soon with the way things have gone. Pro surveying the field. Got to be a pass. Looking to his right. Somehow evades it again, but he's got to be finally taken down as his helmet goes off.
Yeah, per IHSA rules, he's got to come off for a play.
He does.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Smith come back in the quarterback position here.
No, Smith. Well, I don't know if Wade just couldn't find his man or he wasn't looking the right one, but it just seemed like that was just good coverage by the Warriors. And not surprising that Jared Smith is going to be the quarterback. In fact, he had a great game in week 1 against Brown County when he passed for over 200 yards. So he's got an arm too, and he can throw it. And Hawks are going to call a timeout to survey the situation on 3rd down. It's 21-6. Tuscola over Carrollton. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Trust Family Auto Sales and Cycles focuses on providing you with the highest quality used vehicles in the Riverbend. Before hitting the lot, all cars are thoroughly inspected and serviced in our very own repair shop. We make sure your future vehicle will look like it just came off the assembly line. We have a massive selection of cars with price ranges to fit any budget, and our motorcycles look like they just came off the showroom floor. Trust can finance any credit situation and have you on the road in no time. Whether you're looking for a car, truck, van, SUV, hybrid, or motorcycle, Trust Family Auto Sales has you covered.
At the Tuscola 43, Smith is in at quarterback. Running to his right. He's got to get it off. Lofts it up. It's caught! And it's a touchdown! What a catch! And what a throw by Jared Smith to Jeremy Watson once again on a 3rd and 9. Well, the Hawks have a couple capable arms in the backfield with Wade Pro and Jared Smith. And now it's 21-12, and the Hawks looking to get to within 7 on the 2-point conversion.
And that was well worth the 2 timeout break we had there.
Well worth it indeed. It took 2 timeouts to drop a great play. And we got a nice little fireworks show. It's got to be Pro with a pass, and it's got to be caught in the end zone. It is a touchdown. It was close. The Hawks are right back in it at 21-14 as they trail Tuscola. 9:37. With 9:37 to go in the first half. Shaping up to be a good one once again. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Trigger Talent's course covers the mandated curriculums of Illinois and Florida. Our facility allows for a safe, professional, comfortable in any weather shooting environment. We utilize a variety of law enforcement targets to illustrate the best shot placement for stopping threats. Our advanced course, CCW Plus, is the only in the state to offer training from a real vehicle in road rage, carjacking, and parking lot scenarios. Over 1,400 people have trusted Trigger Talent to be their choice in concealed carry and advanced instruction. Shouldn't you also?
Carrollton strikes back to make it 21-14. Stringer kicks it off, and it's going to be a squibber. And they're going to call back. Looks like it'll be an offsides. Now that'll move the Hawks back 5 yards. Almost every time when a play is called dead right there, it's offsides. And that's exactly what it is. Well, this game just got kicked back in the high gear. Just look, Carrollton scored the first touchdown, go up 6-0, and then Tuscola scored on all of their possessions, their first 3 possessions. just looked like they would just kind of maybe sail away with it for a little bit, but then Carrollton just strikes back from out of nowhere on 3rd and 9 for a 43-yard touchdown pass. Stringer kicks it off again. It's a line drive kick, fielded like a shortstop by Hoyle, and he's got some room to run to the side, and there's going to be a flag on the play, might be coming back, and he runs out at the Carrollton 40. Flag on the play behind everything.
You said that just right, man. He fielded that just like a shortstop would.
Fielded just like Addison Russell would. They're pointing toward the Carrollton side.
A lot of confusion here, but what I'm gathering from this is that, okay, Carrollton crowd is cheering. I'm not sure.
Well, the announcer called it on the Warriors. Still no clear decision.
Coach Nick Flowers is talking to the man that threw the flag, I believe, and he's wondering what exactly happened, because what I'm interpreting here is that Carrollton sort of did a chop block on Tuscola.
And I think they're going to mark off 15 yards all the way to the Carrollton 30. An odd call indeed. A block below it. You don't see that every day. 29-yard line. Well, I thought the receiver went out the 45, so maybe the Hawks got a... Or maybe, no, it was a spot foul. I'm sorry. Hoyle in motion. We've seen a lot of him. And off to Williams, and he's still on his feet. Is there
another penalty flag?
Jeremy Watson on the tackle.
The official that makes the call, referee says holding on the Tuscola Warriors. That'll bring them back another 10 yards.
Well, so far they haven't been phased at all by any penalties on offense, and they've had their fair share of penalties on Tuscola. They haven't been necessarily clean, but I mean it doesn't seem to matter. It's just like the 2014 Hawks. You know, they could get a 15-yard penalty, but then they could just score on the next play. That's what this Warriors team is like.
We want to once again thank the folks down at Gettin's Oasis, John Gettin, and all of those people for sponsoring today's game. If you got a special occasion coming up, renting a facility for a banquet, give them a call. Gettin's Oasis in Carrollton, Illinois.
So it was a spot foul. It's going to be a 2nd and 14. Hoyle in motion. Same play by run by Williams, and he's taken down from behind. Gets another decent gain. It'll be a 2nd and 8. Williams just been a workhorse in the backfield, and that's just that's what he's done all season.
Number 8, Lucas Horton, decides he's going to come in. He's a 5'8 senior, and he's in the backfield.
He has some speed. I've seen him on film. He has some speed. Williams looking for the sweep, fakes the handoff, and it's got to be the Horton, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield, and it's a fumble, and it's going to be recovered by the Hawks. That's the stop they needed, and the break they needed as well.
Lucas Horton comes into the game. They immediately go to him.
Oh, hold on a second. Are they calling him down? Were they calling Horton down? Yes, they're going to call him down. I don't know about that one. We had a good view of it in the booth. It looked like it's a questionable call for sure.
That play was right over here in our vision, about even with us here. It's on the 30-yard line, and he did not appear to be down with the ball.
I can share your opinion on that one. But, well, regardless, it was a good stop for the Hawks. A 3rd and 9. Trips right now. Hoyle in motion. That's what we're looking for him, but it's got to be caught. Close to a first down. It is a first down.
Hayden Cawthron with the reception there. He's immediately met by the Carrollton defense.
Well, and that's they take advantage of the maybe felt like they had a little bit of life after that receiver rule being down, and they once again convert on another third down. They're 6 for 6. Man in motion, handoff to the running back, number 34, Andrew Erickson.
Erickson gains, looks like it's going to be 6 yards on that play.
We'll see what Carrollton is made of right here. A lot of teams would be demoralized by thinking they had a fumble and it's their ball, but it's not. Well, we saw that last week when Carrollton fumbled inside the 5, but then stopped Camp Point and ended up just winning by 46.
I noticed the Carrollton defense was definitely, let's get up, let's play defense, we got a job to do, and this is what it's all about right here.
They got a job to do, and we'll wait and see what they do next in 30 seconds.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And 5 for the Warriors. It's a handoff to Horton, and he's got some room to the right. 5, goal line, touchdown, Tuscola. It's just a couple plays after it looked like Carrollton would get the ball back on a fumble. The Warriors take full advantage and score on their 4th straight possession. They line up for the PAT once again. He's been true on every one of them. Good hold, kick is up, and it's good. Tuscola now takes the lead over Carrollton, 28-14 with 6:43 to go in the first half.
Roper's Regal Beagle, located on Godfrey Road, is the Metro East premier sports bar and grill. Open Sunday through Thursday till 2 a.m. and Fridays and Saturdays till 3 a.m. At Roper's Regal Beagle, you will enjoy some of the area's best pizza from their wood-fired pizza oven. There's also a full kitchen offering a huge variety, as well as a soup and salad bar. Sports fans, Roper's Regal Beagle is the place to watch the game. 27 TVs, NFL ticket, Big Ten, Pac-12, and streaming local high school sports.
2 scores, 20-14. Smith and Watson back to receive. It's got to be Smith who takes it just in between the 10 and 5 in the corner. He's got to be taken out near the 25. This is going to be the Hawks' worst drive, worst yards to start their drive on. They've always had some decent field position, but they're going to start on the 25. How can the Hawks respond this time?
The Hawks in their gray uniforms, green socks, green matte helmets, and Tuscola Warriors white uniforms, black helmets.
Pro to the screen pass to the outside to Watson. He's got some room to run in tight spaces, makes the most of it. Gets a decent gain at about 6 or 7.
Tyler Sipe with a nice tackle there on a completion to Jeremy Watson.
Watson's been active today. Currently, the Hawks have a receiver wide open to the side, to the right, Brendan Settles, but now they're Tuscola. They have a man coming up shortly. They have a receiver wide. Yeah, he is open, but now they lost him. It looks like there's going to be a false start, though. It caused all that confusion, and it actually worked out for the Warriors because they didn't have a guy covering Brendan Settles to our right.
The Carrollton Hawks got too antsy there. They saw Brendan Settles completely wide open on the right side, and you got to make sure your offensive line's down before you call the cadence, because it'll cause some confusion.
Confusion it did. And if that was the plan by Tuscola, then they're geniuses. Pro again, man in motion, which is Arnett. Looking, going deep, and it's caught.
Alex Boker with the reception.
Alex Boker at the Hawks 45.
You know, John, something interesting about that pass there. I don't even think it was intended for Boker. I thought it was for Jace Arnett coming across the middle. He slips and falls, and it falls into Boker's hand for the big reception.
Well, that's incredible then. And that's probably happened a couple times before, too. Because with Pro improvising in the backfield when he's running away from defenders. Back to pass once again. Blitz. Caught again by Watson. Close to a first down. No, and a second effort, and I think he has the first down. And, yes, he does. Great second effort by Jeremy Watson. Right. 2 plays, 2 first downs for the Hawks. Can they keep the momentum going? Warriors don't seem to have an answer for the Hawks' air attack. Screen pass, awkward throw, and it's just overthrown to Smith. Good pressure by the Warriors and good coverage. It forced Pro to hurry his throw and just make it a little bit more uncatchable for the other defender, which means it's got to be more uncatchable for Smith. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10 at the 45 of Tuscola. Trips right for the Hawks. Another screen pass. Oh, they're going to do a hook and ladder, and they do, but it's got to be picked up by the Warriors, and that is great defense. Tackled by Dalton Hoyle. And a loss of yards, so you can tell Carrollton were saving that play for a special occasion, and it's snuffed out, so the Hawks are going to have to go back to something a little bit more traditional.
I'm going to get it to the right part.
So there's going to be 2 receivers to the right and 3 to the left. Pro by himself in the backfield. Hawks need this. Pass back, pressure on, and he's going to go down for a sack. The Warriors just blew by the Hawks offensive lineman, gave Pro no chance.
A host of Warriors on the tackle there.
Just kind of devastating with that pressure. And the Hawks, they might have been considering of going for it, but it's gotten to the point where they have to punt it away. Or will they? We could see a fake. Who knows? It's playoff football, and the Hawks, I mean, I don't know if they can trust their defense at this rate because 4 possessions for Tuscola, 4 touchdowns. We'll see what happens. Smith has an arm. But no, he's got to get it off and needs to hurry, and a decent punt downfield. And it's going to be picked up right at the 30-yard line. We'll call it the 31-yard line. And Tuscola will take over.
3:25 left in the first half here.
And this is the worst field position the Warriors have had all game. Back at the 31-yard line, they've always had great field position to start off all of their drives. So we'll see if that has an effect. Williams with the keeper. Uh-oh, and he's on his feet. Stiff arms the defender. Still up. And he's finally brought down at the Carrollton 46-yard line. That shows his athleticism and his strength all in that play right there.
Williams once again displays, like you said, athleticism and strength and drives down the field. A couple stiff arms here and there and a couple missed tackles by Carrollton will lead to a big play like that.
All of this just shows how well Tuscola can reload. Last year they had Nick Bates, who's one of the best quarterbacks in program history, and a pass outside that's incomplete, a little wide. And then they can produce someone like Caleb Williams, who must have been waiting in the wings last year, and then he's just as effective. A different type of player, but just as effective in terms of getting the job done and putting points on the board. So that's actually their. That's what I've said. So that's their first incompletion of the day, actually. But Williams on another keeper, and he's stopped with just gets about a yard or two on the play, and now it'll be a third down and about 8 for the Warriors, and they've converted on all of their third down. So it's a mission in of itself to stop them on third down right here.
We'll see how Coach Rodney Flowers' defense holds them here. It's a big third down for the Carrollton Hawks.
Williams looks the pass for a screen pass. It's caught, and he's tripped up, and it's going to be short. So they finally do not convert on a third down, but we'll see what they'll do here. Could be four down territory right here. They don't really have a reason to punt it. Yeah, and they're going to go for it quickly. They're already set up in their offense. It's going to be a 4th and 7 and 4th and 6. They could be trying to get the Hawks on a hard count here. A lot of mind games and options going on here on this
As
play.
6 seconds wind down on the clock. 3,
they might just call a timeout.
2.
And that's what they do. Tuscola takes a timeout to survey the situation. And it's 28-14. Tuscola over Carrollton with 1 minute and 42 seconds to go in the first half. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
What brand of vehicle do you drive? Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, GMC, Buick, Toyota. No matter what brand of vehicle you drive, Quick Lane at Roberts Motors can take care of your maintenance needs. And you don't need an appointment here, just drive on in. Need tires? No need to shop around. We have the lowest tire prices around, guaranteed. Stop in today and see why life truly is better in the Quick Lane. Or see us online at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to RiverBender.com. The Hawks are trying to hold off Tuscola on a 4th down. Back to passes. Williams throws it open, and it's going to be caught once again by Hoyle for another first down, and they've got to give a lot of credit to Tuscola. They have come up big every time they've had to.
Jeremy Watson picked up on that play really quick, just not quick enough as he comes up from behind him and makes the tackle right as soon as Tuscola catches the ball.
Well, you got to be sure about Hoyle because he's really quick. You got to be sure if he's not going to be cutting upfield or just trying to catch the ball right in a stationary area. And after Horton, and he's stopped in the backfield. Great stop by the Hawks, and I believe that's their first loss of Tuscola's first time they've lost yards on a play. Tuscola, they're going to go for a bit of a knockout blow here, trying to get up by 3 scores right before halftime, and they will receive.
Under a minute to go.
Well, it's batted up in the air, and it's picked off. No, it's not picked off. It's incomplete. It's hard to tell from our area right here. Can't be sure. It looked like, just judging by the Hawks' reaction, it was an interception, but it was batted up in the air. So it's going to be a 3rd and long for the Warriors.
Sure appeared to us up here in the booth, and they always say the booth could be the best seat in the house. It's kind of hard to officiate the game on the field.
Williams definitely looks like it's going to be a pass here. It is. Going downfield for Hoyle, and it's incomplete. Batted down by Watson. A great job, and what will the Warriors do here?
A great job once again by Jeremy Watson there.
Yeah, they're going for it all. I would imagine that they might as well just go for it because they're deep in Carrollton territory.
Once again, we'd like to remind everyone, next time you have a few minutes and you are looking for somewhere to eat dinner at a nice place, stop by the Gettin's Oasis in Carrollton, Illinois. Great place, great food, and you can even have a cold one. Gettin's Oasis, Carrollton, Illinois.
Tuscola going for it here on 4th and 13. Going to his right. He's got room to run if he wants, and he is. Williams, and he's going to be taken down, and he's going to be short. So the Hawks hold out.
Host of Hawks on the tackle there. It looks like Byron Holmes is credited with the tackle.
They had to take out his legs and then take out his body there. That's what Williams, that's what he brings, his 26-yard line with 39 seconds to go. I would imagine in the Hawks, they do have one timeout remaining. What can the Hawks chalk up with this little time left with just one timeout? Back to pass. Don't want to pick it off. Oh, it's caught. And he's got room to run.
Get out of bounds.
Still on his feet. He's finally brought down at the 46.
What a play. What a pass. What a catch for the Carrollton Hawks as they charge down the field here with 28 seconds left to go in the first half.
Brendan settles on the catch, and that's about the fourth time we've seen that where Pro dances around the pocket, and he's going to go for a quarterback for a spike to stop the clock at 28 seconds left. So quickly back in contention right here to maybe get a pass. And Tuscola, they got 5 guys playing zone coverage.
I want to go back to that last play, that catch by Brendan Settles. One-handed. It's amazing the hands that these kids have.
Yeah, the Hawks, we've seen great catches from Arnett, Watson, and now Settles. Back to pass and a short pass. I don't know what Pro was trying to do there, but it seemed like the play was going wrong. He just threw it incomplete, so it's going to be a quick third down. Well, the Hawks could think about a short pass here. I mean, the Warriors, they're giving the Hawks 10 yards of room. Back to they do go with the short pass. It's Arnett taken down for the first down, slammed down hard to the ground, and it's going to be a first down. Arnett's down, and he's hurt.
And that was definitely not a pretty sight to see.
No, it was a hard tackle by the Warrior defender. Arnett's in serious pain. Hawk fans not happy. You never want to see a player get injured, but that maybe to their view, they thought it was a little excessive because he was thrown down.
Athletic trainers come running across from Tuscola's sideline. Speaking of which, 2 of them are my classmates from Eastern Illinois. They get to travel with Tuscola Warriors this season, and what a season it's been for the Warriors, 9-0, as we're hoping Jace Arnett can get up here.
At Midwest Members Credit Union, you are important. We work hard to ensure you have the best banking experience possible. Whether you are inquiring about opening a savings account or wanting to learn more about a loan, our professionals are here to help you with any questions, and we will walk you through every step of the process. Since opening our doors in 1935, we've never forgotten that our members are our most important asset, which is why we continue to excel. For all your banking needs, Midwest Members is the one place to go.
Back with 18 seconds to go, the Hawks driving the blitz. A quick screen pass. He's got some blockers to the outside, and it's a first down, and he gets out of bounds. A smart play by Watson, but however, there is a flag on the field. We'll see what it is. Might have been hold. There's a lot of blocking in that area right there.
Meanwhile, during the break, Jace Arnett was helped off the field by athletic training staff from Tuscola. He did walk off the field, which is a good sign.
It's a holding on the Hawks. It looks like something is wrong with his shoulder or something. Cause we can see his, like they're really looking at his shoulder.
The way he held his arm, if I had to guess, I would say a clavicle fracture.
Okay.
Collarbone, it's common. He can't move his arm, and we'll find out later.
Yep. It's going to be second and long for the Hawks. Minimal time left. They got to go deep here. Got enough time. Oh, and it's not. Probably should have been intercepted, but it's not. Instead, we'll go down as saying he batted it down.
3.6 seconds left on the clock in this second quarter. Second down for the Hawks. They have 15 yards for a first down, but they're going to have to go for it all here.
Yep. Yes, they will. A touchdown.
It's a concussion. And that was a perfectly tackled. You can do anything you want. You can do anything.
Most likely would have to go to the end zone. Or throw it all the way to the end zone instead of a hook and ladder. We'll see if they give him time, but there's pressure. It's complete to he dropped it. And that is going to do it for the first half. Carrollton, they're in the game, but it's been all Tuscola mainly as they lead Carrollton 28-14 in the second round of the Class 1A IHSA playoffs.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
John Huff here with Tanner Crumweedy, and we're getting ready to kick off the second half.
Yeah, it's Hayden Stringer going to kick it off, and it's going to be a squib kick. Oh, an awkward bounce, but he picked it up. And they're going to call it fair catch. I didn't see him call it for a fair catch, but they do. And it's going to be Tuscola ball at, looks like the 33-yard line. We got some halftime scores for you. Seems like just down the road from us, Calhoun, they are beating Red Hill 14-0 at halftime, and the winner of this game here will play the winner of that game, and be great if it could be Calhoun in the area. Then elsewhere around Central Illinois, Athens, LS Czech is beating St. Teresa 29-14. And then elsewhere, we have Edwardsville playing at Oswego later tonight. Be sure to catch that game somewhere in the stratosphere. And then also in the WIVC conference, Brown County, they were losing at Les Czech 21-20 against Warrensburg Latham as Williams is back to pass, still looking. Finds his man open, and he's still on his feet, running, and he's right down at 49-yard line.
Zach Kilbler on the reception there for about 15 yards from the quarterback, Caleb Williams.
And then the last score in the WIVC, Unity Payson, the undefeated 2 seed, losing to Shelbyville 22-7 at halftime. That could be an interesting upset in Class 2A. Right here, though, it would be an upset if Carrollton could knock off Tuscola. But Tuscola, they're in control at the moment. A fake handoff, and a throw. It gets a moderate gain. It's Hull once again. Well, if it's not Williams or Horton in the backfield, it's Hull in as a wide receiver. He's been active all day long. The 5'6" junior, 136 pounds too. And he gets the handoff. It's a jet sweep, and he's got room to run. Good blocking and a big hold. And they finally throw the flag. And that play is going to come back.
I think everyone and their mother in the Carrollton stands was yelling hold on that play, and the sideline referee finally threw the flag, and it will definitely be a holding call against the Tuscola Warriors.
Yep, yes indeed. That could be big, a second and long. So this is going to be 2nd and 13. We'll see if Tuscola can come back from this once again. And the Hawks they really do need to stop here. I think 3 scores might be a little too much for them to handle, even with their explosive offense. We shall see. But it'd be very, very key if they can get a stop here. Williams in the gun, calls for a sweep. Handoff to Horton. In the backfield, chased down. He's got some speed, and he gets hold of it. Block in the back, not called, but
still stopped in the backfield. Carrollton Hawks stopped him in the backfield. could have been 5 yards better.
Yeah, it could have been a lot
worse.
worse.
The speed on Horton is the name of the game here for the Tuscola Warriors.
So we're going to have another 3rd and 13. Actually, a 3rd and 14 right here. He did lose a yard. It was originally spotted at the 46, now it's the 45. A must stop for the Hawks right here. You gotta look for Hull to get the ball here because he's in downfield situations. He's usually the target. They hold those signs up on the Tuscola sidelines. Williamson, the shotgun, looking to his left, buys some time, runs out. He's got a man, and he's got to be short. And no, they're going to roll it incomplete as well.
He never had control of the ball going down as well. He was going out of bounds. So I think what happened was he was going out of bounds and never had control of the ball as he was falling to the ground.
Well, that was good coverage overall by the Hawks. And had he caught it, it would have been about 5 yards short. So the Hawks, this will be the first time Tuscola has punted all game long. And this is the second straight possession they have not scored. So something's clicking for the Carrollton defense. And it's Hull is punting. Gets it off. Good boot. But he's got room. It's Watson. Needs a block. And he stopped. That was good coverage by the Warriors. Hardly had a chance to get out and maneuver. So the Hawks, they get the stop that they needed. And now they'll set up shop at the 23-yard line. Well, they made some ground. Got some good ground with the little time they had right before halftime. And an update on Jace Arnett. It certainly looks like his day is done.
Yeah,
yes.
I walked down there at halftime, and it didn't seem good. They carted him off in the golf cart. Athletic trainer still attaining to him. And
here's a pass to the outside to Smith. Turns it upfield. Got some room. Tries to make another effort. And that's going to be about a 6-yard gain. Was there a fumble on the play? But no, they're saying he was down. It's going to be a gain of 6 for Jarrett Smith. And Tanner, you were saying.
Yeah, the athletic trainers were definitely paying attention to Jace Arnett as they carried him off in the golf cart. Not sure what they're going to do at a later time.
Mm-hmm. And you can't see it. He's actually just been placed on the sidelines right now.
It's not looking good considering they've got him in sunglasses, so I'm going to say that's concussion-like symptoms.
It's a short pass, and it's going to be a first down for the Hawks. Yes, if you have sunglasses usually means, street clothes-wise. So, yeah, it looks like his day is done, even though he's still partially in uniform. But, yeah, his day is done. So, could be his last ever action on a football field. We'll see if the Hawks can keep it going on offense like they are now. We'll see. Pro back to pass. Another quick pass. Had to get it off in time, and he does it beautifully. But, Alex Boker on the pass. Gain of 7 yards, and that'll be just fine for Carrollton. Up to their 45-yard line.
Dalton Hull in the tackle there on Byron Holmes on a nice carry.
Pro, for the last two plays, he's had just a 1 second or two, maybe a little bit more to throw. He has a little bit more time this time. Could be a fade route. Going deep, and it's going to be, and they're going to call pass interference, and that was fairly obvious right there.
There's no question when you're going over the back like that on a pass that is definitely catchable, they have to throw the penalty flag, and indeed they did.
Yeah, that was Noah Pierce, the guilty party right there. I mean, he was practically just about tackling Boker. That's how well the Hawks receivers have been going. I mean, they found ways to get open.
That was a perfect pass by Wade Pro right across the middle. You couldn't tell that well just because of the fact Carrollton receivers were knocked down, but they would have been there on the reception.
Hawks got a little bit more pep in their step right now as they make their way down to the Tuscola 40. Pro blitz coming. Quick pass again. Screen pass to the outside, and nothing doing there. In fact, it's going to be a loss of a yard to Jarrett Smith on the pass. Tuscola quick to get there to the edges, as they are very good at doing it. In fact, I've since the research I've done, a lot of people have mentioned how quick the Warriors are good at getting to the gaps and closing up gaps, getting to the edges.
Their defense is definitely key in this game. As Carrollton, we know their offense has been on fire in this postseason.
We could see a one-on-one with Settles and Hull. Settles has got Hull by a couple of inches. We could see that, maybe. Another blitz coming by the linebackers, though. He's got to get it off quickly. Spins away. Still has it. He's got a man open. It's caught for a touchdown, Hawks. Jeremy Watson once again on the reception.
That's exactly when Wade Pro.
Hold everything. There is a flag in the backfield. And if that is any indication of where everyone is walking back. I think, no, it's got to be on Tuscola. Hawk players seem to get the message, and everyone's walking to the end zone, and that it's going to be on Tuscola. So it is going to be a touchdown.
That is exactly where Wade Pro is the best. Scrambling out, looking for that quick pass, not thinking about it too much, and finding that open receiver downfield.
Incredible stuff. That was a 41-yard pass. That's his second passing touchdown of the day. So, Hawks are going to go for two here. This is vital. It's 28-20. They get this, it'll be 28-22. Pro's going to be in. They're not going to go to the Wildcat, which the Hawks have been very successful on recently, but it's got to be Pro. Smith in motion, looking, still looking to the end zone, and it's going to be it's going to be caught! What a catch! Deflected in the air, batted up in the air by a Warrior defender. There's a flag on the play. I think there might have been some pass interference. Pass interference on the Warriors, so I think Carrollton are just going to decline it.
Who caught that?
And it is. And the Hawks, just like that.
Byron Holmes on the awesome reception there for the Carrollton Hawks to get the two-point conversion to make this a 6-point ball game here in the third quarter with 6:47 left.
Plenty of time left, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Caught. And the Warriors actually have some decent field position given where the Hawks kicked off at their own 45, but still not so great field position compared to what they've had to deal with for most of the game. They've had pretty good field position at the 25-yard line. That's where Tuscola will start. Carrollton knocking on the doorstep really right now. I mean, they're down by 6 points, and all the momentum is in their favor. They've gotten all these breaks. Williams in the backfield. Fake handoff, keeps it himself. Brought down for a gain of about 4. Well, the Hawks still don't really have an answer for Caleb Williams. He's still getting a healthy dose of yardage just about every time he takes off. Again, running back to his left. It's a pass under pressure. Gets it off, and it's almost intercepted, and it's going to be dropped, actually. It's going to be incomplete.
Great coverage there by Cameron Pennell, as he is a very long junior at 6'3", 165 pounds. He brings his arms up and almost gets that deflection.
It almost looked like for a second, from my vantage point at least, it was a short pass, and he could have picked that off, but just not. So Hawks should get a 3-and-out right here. We'll see. That's a 3rd and 5. Back to pass again. going deep, and it's complete, the hole. Seemed like there was multiple defenders on him, but he caught it with ample room and goes out of bounds, and they get another third down conversion.
You got to credit the Tuscola offensive line there. They held off Carrollton defense once again for that third down conversion.
Just under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. And if Tuscola wasn't so efficient on third down, Carrollton might be winning. Calls his number, and Williams takes a hit. I think there might have been a fumble, but no one's really pointing any which way it's going. And
Wade Pro comes in as a secondary tackler there and sure does cause some commotion up the middle.
Quarterback on quarterback right there. Maybe that shakes up Williams a little bit. We'll see, but he looks like he's more than able to handle his own, as he has all game long. Ball at the Tuscola 46, man in motion to hand off the hole, and he finds a hole and runs, and he's got room. 40, taking out the 30. We could have a nope, no flag. He was hitting the fence. There isn't much room on that sideline, and I could think, thought for a second that they could have called that roughing the player because
keep going.
Yeah, and just because there's some referees that are are flag happy to call plays like that, but they don't.
I think they realize how little space there is between the fence and the sideline on this home side at Carrollton.
It looked worse than it did, I think. Hand off to Horton. Got a little room, and he's still on his feet. One man to beat. Turns it up, and he's caught from behind. Good tackle. Touchdown saving tackle by Jarrett Smith. Lucas Horton, he already has one touchdown run. Almost got another one, broken off on a long run. Shows off his speed. And Tuscola, from facing a 3rd and 6, are on their first down, are now in prime position to tack onto their lead.
5 minutes and counting left in this third quarter. Tuscola up 28-22.
And they're in prime position to score, especially because this is what they do. They love to be in this situation right here. They run. Williams, Horton in motion. Williams takes it, jumps, and he is short. Just short of the goal line. It's got to be a 2nd and 1.
Looked like Cameron Pennell once again in on the tackle there, as I mentioned. Very long, very agile up the middle, and he's going to make the tackle along with Wade Pro and stops Tuscola's drive on the 1 yard line.
The 6'3" junior getting in the action right here in the third quarter. 2nd down. Williams looks like you would think Williams would just take the ball and plow ahead in. He does. Met at the line. No
Still
signal,
short.
And he is going to be short.
I still think he's on the 1 yard line, maybe lost a few inches.
Well, you can see at the last second there, the Hawks were bringing a couple guys in.
Boker in on the tackle there for the Hawks, and that brings us to a 3rd down and 1 from the Carrollton 1 yard line. Tuscola driving towards Carrollton.
Well, the Hawks defense, they're not taking a whole lot from this offensive line. They've gotten sharper, but we'll see right here. Williams again. Jumps forward, and he is in. A quick signal. Williams gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game, and it's 34-22, Tuscola.
You can definitely tell who Tuscola's wanting to go to almost nearly all of their plays, and that's Caleb Williams in the backfield as quarterback, and he's also got some legs on him.
Give it to the tall, big, experienced senior. He is
Cade Cresson back.
He's 4 for 4 today. And he boots it.
No good.
And
Cade Cresson's kick is no good.
That could prove vital.
You walk onto this campus and it feels as though you're at an Ivy League institution.
It is cultured in so many ways. You would never know that it is a 2-year college.
This place is truly amazing. I love going to school here.
It is definitely not like any other community college.
If you're looking for a way for your life to change, then Lewis and Clark is the place for you to be.
Welcome back to Carrollton High School. Tuscola just scored again to give them a little bit more breathing room as they lead the Hawks 34-22 midway through the third quarter. And this has turned into a dandy of a game. The Hawks just don't seem to go away as the kickoff is up. It's going to be returned by Smith at the 10-yard line. See what he has room to work with, and he's just got to barge through. Oh, he was on his feet momentarily. It looked like he was going to break through.
Once again, I want to remind everyone out there to celebrate the Hawks season, win or lose, at the Gettins Oasis, just south of Carrollton, Illinois. They are open 7 days a week at 11 o'clock in the morning. Daily lunch and dinner specials, both at Gettins Oasis. Please give them a call and head on down. Banquet facility, back room, and plenty of bar fun. Gettins Oasis, Carrollton, Illinois.
See what the Hawks can do, Pro. It's got to be a screen pass. So Watson, it looked like he had a little room to run, but the Warriors smothered it up quickly, and he gets a little bit. He gets a yard on it. I believe if the Hawks score one more touchdown, that would be the most points that Tuscola will have allowed all season long in any game.
Well, that says a lot for Carrollton, as they're able to fight off this Tuscola defense.
I think Tuscola, they've been all over the Hawks' run game, but they haven't figured it out how to really stop their passing offense, and it is really tough with Pro dancing around the backfield. And it's a quick pass, and just threw it a little bit too early, and didn't seem like he and Jarrett Smith was on the same wavelength. Quickly third down. Third down and 9. Let's see what the Hawks can come up with. We haven't seen Wade Pro scramble a lot. He wants to stay in the backfield and look for the long pass, but we haven't seen him. We've seen him scramble in the backfield, but not take off. We'll see if it'll come to that. 5 blitzing, and the pass is right there. It's a Brendan Settles.
Man, you could definitely see the fatigue there, and Caleb Williams, as he was in the coverage there, and he kind of just turned around and didn't really show much pep in his step. I mean, they are running him out of gas in this game, and I hope the Hawks continue to go after him on defense.
Well, that would be important if he, especially on offense, because the ball is in his hands every time. Seems like it. So the Hawks get another third down conversion. Ball at the 45-yard line of Carrollton. Smith with Pro in the backfield. Got to be another quick pass. Boker, nice move. Still on his feet, and he gets the first down, and still on his feet. All the way down. Great effort by Alex Boker, and he's past the 35-yard line.
Looks like Tyler Sipe was in on that tackle for Tuscola.
Carrollton just keeps fighting.
I love the motivation. I love the drive. Coach Nick Flowers took them in there at halftime and told them, we aren't going to lose this game. We got to keep pushing.
Yes. That's really good paraphrasing, though. I'm not sure if you had a special access, but that's really good paraphrasing, pretty much. Pro alone in the backfield. Got to get it off. He's facing, and is it a fumble? We had a whistle. Pro is ruled down, and 2 Tuscola players are in the end zone. They're saying Pro was down.
The officiating crew today has had 2 of these calls now, and I'm not sure if I agree with either one of them on either side.
That was close.
I'm not sure if Wade Pro was down there when they stripped that ball.
Well, the Hawks are going to be that's going to be close to a 10-yard loss. In fact, it is a 10-yard loss, so it's 2nd and 20.
Calhoun is still leading Red Hill 14-0 after 3 quarters.
You can count the Hawks lucky there, because if they didn't call the play like that, that would have been a touchdown. Pro in the gun by himself. Calling for a holding, and it's incomplete. I think the Tuscola fan, you could hear a roar that they wanted a holding call, but they didn't get it.
They certainly have a better view on that side than we do, as they're on the visitor sideline, which is where the play was erupting on that side.
Yeah. So that loss by Pro could cost the Hawks on this drive, but we'll see. Well, they've pulled the rabbit out of the hat multiple times, so we'll see it once again. It's very hard to spy on a quarterback when he rushes around and still can fire and stay on your receiver downfield.
And this crowd is electric on third down for the Hawks.
They're getting wild. Pressure, short pass, caught, and a good form tackle. And that's Boker, and he's getting up. He's shaking up a bit, but he's on his feet. Limping, though. Oh, and a flag in the backfield.
I didn't see that flag come up, and I'm afraid it might be a holding.
I think that might be on them because I saw the Carrollton players celebrate a little bit, so that could have been a roughing the passer. And if that's so, that's an automatic first down.
Referee in the white hat coming to the middle of the field to make the call, and it is personal foul.
Wow.
Personal foul on Tuscola, roughing the passer, and that helps Carrollton out tremendously with an automatic first down.
Wow.
And it looks like the ball is going to be spotted on the 23-yard line.
How much time left? Yep, 23-yard line.
23-yard line. The Hawks have 1:28 left in this third quarter.
Getting down to crunch time. The Hawks still on their feet. Poised. Quick pass to the outside. It's caught. Oh, broke through, and he scored. Jeremy Watson once again. The Hawks are now within a score of taking the lead.
As the old phrase goes, Jeremy Watson zigged and Tuscola zagged as Jeremy Watson goes into the end zone for a touchdown.
It's now 34-28, awaiting the two-point conversion, and the Hawks just keep on coming back. And that is the most points that Tuscola has allowed all season. Big statement right there. And great effort by Watson because he had to fight off some blockers, some defenders. And currently Alex Boker, he is shaken up a bit, but he's on his feet. Play the pro, rolls out, in trouble. And a dump pass to Cameron Blair. And he is short.
I'll tell you what, that is a dream play for an offensive lineman coming from one. When that ball lands in your hands and you have the chance to score, what an opportunity. But he just came up just short.
Yeah. We'll keep it right here as the Hawks fans are fired up. I'm not sure how that can be illegal. That'd be illegal, but the offensive lineman.
Would it be?
I'm not so sure.
I don't.
But, well, it doesn't matter in the end because they didn't get it.
Didn't get it anyway.
A legal receiver.
No. The ball's in the air.
Yeah.
I guess not. No, the ball was in the air, so it was legal.
Okay. I was
Well, I mean, they are proving that they're making this town proud of them. I mean, because they could have given up in the first half.
This town has had something to be proud of for the last 5 years. In this Carrollton atmosphere is awesome. It's something that's been a more recent thing for us, and what a ride Coach Nick Flowers has brought this team on after being down to 0-3 at the beginning of the season and coming back and winning 7 in a row, and in this position down 34-28 in the third quarter.
And Stringer with the kickoff. It's a bouncer. Here's Hull. Makes a move to the outside, and he makes the most of it right there. He is slippery. And he can tell why. Sum up what all you just said. This is why Carrollton is 8-0 in this 5-year run. I mean, they just find stuff. They just find something.
And that's not something I'm sure. I don't know if you said that on the air or not, or if we were off the air when you made that comment. But you pointed out that Carrollton is 8-0 in the last 5 years on their own home field, and that is just something spectacular for this town to witness.
Williams, handoff, jet sweep. He's got room to run. Turns it upfield, and it's a good gain. He's about a 7-yard gain, maybe 8.
Time is ticking. A minute left here in the third quarter.
Tuscola might be, well, they already do, they already do run a lot of clock off just with their playbook. So I think they'll just try to keep it going how they've been doing it all game long. And it's a fake. It's Williams, and he's got the first down and makes a nice move. Still on his feet, trying to tackle him by his legs, and he's down at the Carrollton 45.
He got about 10 yards on that play, Caleb Williams. Wow. I mean, he is continuing to impress me up here. He impressed me in the first quarter, and it's only getting better from here. Tuscola does a couple substitutions.
You talked about his fatigue, though. That might be a factor. However, though, you do have a little bit more pep in your step on offense.
Lucas Horton in the backfield. I could almost guess they're going to go to this quickster.
Oh, they're going to go to Hull in the backfield, and he's going to be taken down for a loss.
When they have Hull and Horton in the backfield, man, you got to be on your step because they're some of the quickest running backs I've seen all year.
And that's going to be the end of the fourth quarter. Of the third quarter, I might add. The fourth quarter is just beginning. The Hawks have made it a game and are down by 6 at 34-28. We'll be back in 60 seconds for RiverBender.com.
Set, hit. Protection. Can anyone over there give me protection? Danny Holt. Put me in, coach. I can offer protection. Set, hit. Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
To Carrollton as the Hawks are down 34-28 to the Tuscola Warriors. What a game this has been.
It has been indeed. This has grown up to be a great finish. Pass by Williams. I think it's a screen. It's caught, and they got blockers downfield. He's got room. He's going to be stopped right before he can get the first down. It's going to be a 3rd and short.
Just couldn't quite get that first down there after that second down play. It looked like he got about 10, but they were 1 yard behind that marker.
Yeah, good on the Carrollton defenders who didn't necessarily buy the screen, and that could have been a touchdown. It's going to be a short yardage. Usually means Williams gets the ball. He does, and he gets the first down. Carrollton, they were stacking that box, but they were blocked off. And we got one Carrollton.
A few from both sides.
Slow to get up,
and one of them is Caleb Williams, who, like I said, John, he is fatigued. He is worn out. They have used him to his maximum potential, which I'm sure they've done all year.
They have all year. Yeah, certainly a workhorse indeed. And, well, he's definitely he looks significantly faster in the first half. But, yeah, he's getting enough yards, but I don't know if he'll outrun anyone. That's a pass on first down, but they get Carrollton again. Oh, it's Hull. He's broken loose, and a touchdown. That's all it takes. One move, he's always seems like he's made his first man miss, and there is no one else downfield, and Tuscola, they strike right back. Great athleticism by Dalton Hull. Man, he's just been a force all game long. Here's Cade Crescent looking to make amends for the first field goal he missed. Point after touchdown. Snap is down, kick is up, and kick is good. So that gives Tuscola a 41-28 lead over Carrollton. With 10:52 to go in the game, we'll be back in 30 seconds.
It's warm outside now, but cold weather will be here soon. Protect your home and save money with Eagleboard Premium Vinyl Siding from Eagle Home Improvement. Each Eagleboard panel covers twice the area of conventional siding. That means less air seeps into your home and you keep more money in your pocket. Eagleboard's beauty and performance will last a lifetime. Call Eagle Home Improvement at 259-2500 for a free no-obligation estimate. Eagle Home Improvement, where integrity counts.
10:52 left in the fourth quarter. Tuscola up to kick off against the Carrollton Hawks, who are now down 41-28.
Kreslin kicks off, and it looks like that is going to go out of bounds and got the flag, and the ball will be moved to the 35-yard line. Yep, they're going to – oh, they had the option of re-kicking, but they're going to take the yardage at the 35, and the offense will come back out.
I got a song.
Hawks have 65 yards to go, and almost a must-score situation. We'll see. Just going off of how Tuscola hasn't really given Carrollton any breaks on offense in terms of scoring. It's got to be a pitch to Smith, and he breaks up field. A spin move, keeps fighting, all for about 2 yards. 3 yards. Smith just goes 100% on every play. Seen that all year long. Seen that for his whole career. Decent try to maybe catch Tuscola off guard, because Carrollton, they haven't run the ball and designed run play in a long time. Short pass out to Watson, and he catches it, and he's got to be a yard short of a first down.
I like that song. That's not the one. I was going to say, I like that.
And that's Hull again on the tackle, who's just been everywhere for the Warriors all game long. On all three phases himself. He's even punted the ball too. Pro in the shotgun. Hawks have trips right and 2 receivers to the left. Man in motion, that's Boker. A short it's batted up in the air, and it's got to be a 4th and 1 now. Good deflection by Cole Cementi, who is a 6'4" junior. Wow. It's always just a good reaction to know where the quarterback has got to throw. So Hawks need this. Well, they failed on one 4th and 1 where they handed it off to Smith. Will they run? Will they pass?
Playoff football.
They're going to pass. And it's going to be caught by Watson. Wow.
What a great play by Jeremy Watson there with Tuscola's Dalton Hull on the defensive coverage. Watson gets through the adversity.
He's had to make – go ahead.
With a possible pass interference.
Well, he's had to make tougher catches, but just with what was on the line right there, that was crucial. So, and they get some nice yards on the play. 49-yard line of Carrollton. Oh, throws it long. He's got a man downfield, and it is incomplete. Incomplete downfield, and that was Boker. And he's on the ground, and I think
definitely some cramping issues as they're immediately beginning to stretch him. And Alex Boker has had problems with these cramps before.
He already had that minor injury in the third quarter where he's kind of been limping ever since, and I think they're going to call an official timeout here because he's like right on the sidelines, very close to the field.
Athletic trainers and coaches are helping Alex Boker get up. As it appears, like I said, he must be cramping. I don't know if it's hamstring. I don't know if it's his calf.
Well, that was a great play call by the Hawks. Boker had his man beat, but I think, because of the cramping, it slowed him up, and he had to dive for it, and it made it worse.
It appeared that about 10 yards before he dove for that catch, he did sort of a slipping motion, which could have been due to his cramps, as, like I said, he has suffered from before.
So it's going to be a 2nd and 10. hopefully we can see Boker again in the game. The Hawks need him for sure.
14-0 at the end of the third. Last thing I got. Cal hit 14-0.
Pro with Smith next to him to his right in the gun. It's a screen pass, and he's got some room to run. Picks up the first down, still on his feet, and he gets to the Tuscola 40-yard line.
Perfectly executed screenplay there. They got what they needed, and that's a first down.
Tuscola ran a well-executed screenplay on their last drive, and Carrollton gives them a dose of their medicine. And then the Hawks keep on moving. Wonder if they'll run that play again with Watson, they did with Boker, because that worked to perfection. Well, if Boker didn't have any, if he wasn't cramping up, that probably would have gone for 6.
Coach Nick Flowers gives the play call. Pro in the backfield for the Hawks.
Double each side. Gets it off. Ooh.
Right behind him.
Behind Smith. And you wonder if he didn't get a hand to it, that might have been intercepted.
It could have been right into Tuscola's hands as number 81, Tyler Sipe, was directly behind that ball. And if Jarrett Smith doesn't get a palm on that ball, we could be going the other way.
Carrollton will go again. Pro. 2 receivers each side. Oh, it's intercepted this time. There's a flag on the play, and he's still on his feet.
Free play.
Finally taken down.
Free play, but I'm afraid it's going to have to come back.
Yep. It looks like even myself, I thought I saw Carrollton holding.
And I'm not sure if the flag came before the interception. It could have came after.
I believe
illegal blocking.
Yes.
Holding against the Hawks. So the penalty is declined by Tuscola, and they are on Carrollton's.
With about 8 minutes to play, if Tuscola, they can score here and get another stop, that's probably game over.
Tuscola on Carrollton's 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for them. They're up 41-28 with 8 minutes and 43 seconds left in this ballgame.
In a way, it's almost about time, that Pro was going to throw an interception because he's been running for his life all game long and throwing it up there. And Tuscola finally gets intercepted, and we're going to have a false start on the Warriors once again. That's the 9th. That's the 10th interception Pro has thrown, and he's thrown now 28 touchdowns on the season, which was better last year when he threw 25 touchdowns and I think about 10 interceptions as well. He's definitely improved, but finally threw an interception. Hand off the hole. He's got room to run, tries to cut it up, tries to look at his block, and he's taken down by Jarrett Smith with authority.
Alex Boker's still not in this game as he's on the sideline currently getting stretched out.
Cramps can take a toll on you, too. I mean, if you cramp too much, your whole body just shuts down.
There's certain people that no matter what they do, no matter how many bananas or how many Gatorades they intake, there's just something about their body that they're just going to cramp, and they know it.
Yep. And it's a fairly warm day out here, too, especially for November. He might have a little bit to do with it as well. Williams in the gun. Man in motion. Keeps it. It's got to be a pass. Not pressure. Dumps it out to his man wide open. And he's got to be taken down near the 10-yard line.
Jarrett Smith and Byron Holmes in on the tackle for the Carrollton Hawks.
Smith has got to go out of the game. He's a little banged up. That may not be such a bad idea, given that you don't want to have a guy who's like 70%, which still may be better, because he's just a workhorse. But you don't want to injure him, want to be hurt for the lasting part of the game. Hand off to Williams. Oh, and he's still on his feet. He refuses to go down, and he's into the end zone. Caleb Williams, this might be a dagger of a touchdown right here to Tuscola. This could finally put them through as Caleb Williams breaks through a couple holes and refuses to go down. And this is really where Tuscola's depth hasn't is taking an impact on this game right here because you have Boker, who is out with cramps. He may not come back. And then Smith, he took himself out for a play to give himself a rest, and this is where it'll take a toll on the Hawks.
Losing those top three top-tier guys in Boker, Arnett, and Smith is really going to affect the Hawks here, and I surely hope that at least two of those three can come back in this game and try to make a run at it.
And now the Warriors take a 20-point lead at 48-28 with just under 6 minutes to play in the game. And the Hawks, pretty much, they got to look at it realistically. If they don't score a touchdown on this drive, then you can pretty much say goodnight on the season.
Welcome to Claywell Asset Management, an independent firm. Whether you're an individual, family, or business, we can assist you in helping you achieve your financial dreams. Claywell Asset Management and Raymond James, partners in your success in serving Riverbend investors for over 30 years. Member FINRA and SIPC.
One difference here is that Carrollton is at home, and maybe that's where they found this spark because they're used to playing out here, and there's still time. It is high school football, and the kick goes out of bounds once again, just like last time, and the Hawks will start the 35. Well, Smith is going to be back out there. You wonder how much left they have out there, like just as a whole, the Carrollton team, because the linemen, they're going both ways. You can tell. You can look at Boker over there. He's just, wanting so much to get back out there.
It's one good thing that we experienced in 2012 is that we had a lot of guys going one way.
Yes.
On the line, as far as defensive and offensive line, we had a few guys that didn't go both ways, and I think that ended up benefiting us in the long run.
Carrollton, most of their players go both ways too. And Pro in the shotgun, trips to the left. Looking to his left, and he's got to take a sack. Big time sack right there. And as for the wide receivers, they might be running out of gas a little bit too, because they've done a lot to get open, and
it's the cutting. It's no one understands that whenever the ball doesn't go to them, there's still receivers that are doing work.
Yeah.
And they only pay attention to the receiver that made a completion, but every receiver is making a cut every play.
Maybe Pro has a little less energy too, because he's done a lot to stay alive in the pocket. Not lately, and plus he's gotten some more time off too. But we got to see. It's a screen pass. He's got room to run. It's Watson. He can make a move, and he's brought down. Not much shifty work there from Watson. He just kind of hardly much of a move, and he's just taken down. Clean tackle by Lucas Horton. 3rd and 15.
This Tuscola team is definitely hungry for a win here on Carrollton turf.
Yep.
6 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Tuscola up 48-28 on the Carrollton Hawks.
They bring the house. And Pro gets away, and clean tackle at his legs, and you gotta assume that Carrollton is gonna go for it. They have no choice.
You have to. And what a great read there by Pro. Seeing that house coming, as they say, the house as in the defensive line coming towards him, he decides to make a shifty move and go up the middle.
And look at Tuscola. They substitute almost half of their – maybe it looks like the Carrollton is punting. This could be a fake, though. It looks like, look, 3 receivers to the outside. Tuscola, they realize something's not up, so we will see. This looks interesting. Smith. Nope, it's a fake. He's got to run. Looking to the outside. He's got a man, and he overthrows his intended receiver. A good idea by the Hawks right there, but just doesn't work. Tuscola, they were sniffing. They were smelling something, weird on that play as well.
His intended receiver, I believe, was Byron Holmes, number 36.
Yep. And a touchdown here will definitely be the knockout blow for sure. If not already, if that wasn't the failure to get the first down right there.
This crowd has had their ups and downs, and currently fairly quiet. Not hearing much from the Tuscola side either.
Williams back to pass, looking deep downfield. He's got a man open, and it is caught in the end zone. Great execution once again from Williams, who throws his 4th touchdown of the game, and that will just about do it.
What a gem from Caleb Williams as he throws that right over his receiver's right shoulder, right into the touchdown.
Payback hurts.
And Kreslin kicked the PAT. He's 5 for 6 on the day, which is pretty admirable for a kicker at this level. I think most coaches would be happy if they can hit half of them, and he does so again, 6 for 7, as Tuscola takes a commanding 55-28 lead. And midway through the 4th quarter, and we'll be back in a minute. This is RiverBender.com.
Calc Institute of Technology is working for you with career programs for today's jobs. As a career student, you can expect a welcoming atmosphere with exceptional personal service, small classes with one-on-one attention, a set class schedule, and short-term programs that will get you into the workforce quickly. Calc has 2 locations for your convenience located in both Alton and Fairview Heights. For more information, visit Calc online at www.calc.edu.
Kickoff this time returned by Jarrett Smith. Not much room to go. Oh, no, a little bit. And he gets just short of the 30-yard line. Tuscola, they've had great kick coverage all game long. And, as the season draws closer to an end for Carrollton, this has been a great season for in terms of just, from where they were, 0-3. And the season started out with a lot of promise. And, they didn't live up to it at first. In 3 close games of 3 great teams, Brown County, Men in Unity, and then Greenfield, all teams that made it to the playoffs, and 2 of them are still in it. As Pro dropped back to pass, throws to the side. Oh, and it's incomplete to Byron Holmes, who might have been thinking about where he was going to run instead of catching it.
As you were saying, John, what a fantastic season from the Hawks as they come back from an 0-3 deficit. And coming from a fan side of things where I hadn't seen them play, being away at school, there was a lot of, I don't want to say negativity, but a lot of
on, throwing downfield. Sorry to cut you off, and it's caught by Watson once again, who has done just about everything today.
Like I said, not necessarily negativity, but maybe a loss of, not hope. I don't know how to explain it, John, but it was definitely starting off 0-3 was something that Carrollton's not used to in these past few years. And to come back from that and win 6 in a row and then win their first playoff game with a boom, they're sitting pretty right now.
They are, and the 3 losses, this is what's cost them. It's come to this, and they have to play a really, really tough team, and passes complete out to Watson again. And, but I think that might have been the best medicine for them, because I think they all realized after week 3 that, hey, we may not even make it to the playoffs. They changed their attitude, and then their D-line really improved. I think we're all kind of waiting for their offense to burst out, and they already kind of did in those first couple of games, but their defense was the problem, and they really make some adjustments as Pro goes deep, and he's got a man open. And it's incomplete. Oh, they're going to call pass interference, though. Throwing it deep to Alex Boker.
I'll be interested to see here which way they go with this pass interference.
That's a good question. Well, and today, I think, Carrollton can definitely hold their heads up high. I mean, I think, this might be going against yeah, it's defensive pass interference. Tuscola, they've had a lot of penalty yards in the game. We haven't been keeping track of it, but a lot of penalties, it seems like. But
both,
go ahead.
Both were pushing there, and it's offense there's got to be a line drawn as far as what can that defense do to you on a pass.
Yeah. Be nice for a consolation score. I hear Pro in trouble again. Been about the umpteenth time where someone, a linebacker or a D lineman, is just broken right through. Doesn't even have to break his stride and run into pursuing Pro. And Pro has done a great job for the most part. A lot of quarterbacks are not able to keep their, have legs like that and keep their composure.
Like I said earlier, sometimes when Pro's scrambling, it's his best.
He is at his best, and it also opens up the offense because defenders are confused. Maybe got away with the holding there. Going to the end zone and is deflected away. Slightly underthrown. And
I don't think Pro got enough on that pass, considering his back foot sort of slipped right before he threw, and I think that kind of took off some of his velocity coming out of his hand.
Good point. 3rd and 10 for the Hawks. I'm definitely gonna miss watching Wade Pro run around the backfield. He's a lot of fun to watch, and he's put up great numbers in his Carrollton career. And the hard count, I think there might be a false start in the Hawks. And this is also a team, bear in mind, they only have 8 seniors. And they do graduate a lot of skilled players that are starters, but they return almost all of their line on both sides of the ball.
And that's where this game starts, is your line. And if you don't have a solid line, you're not going to be a successful team. And this Carrollton squad definitely showed they could do it this year.
A screen pass to Smith, not a whole lot of room. Still on his feet. Oh, he broke loose. It's a 1st down and more, running to the sidelines, and he's pulled out.
Horse collar there.
No call on maybe a horse collar, but Jarrett Smith certainly made the most of it right there.
I think there was 2 times there, John, where I thought he was definitely going down.
Yeah.
And he continued to fight through to make it down to the 10-yard line.
Well, the Hawks fighting to the death. They don't know any other way, though. They've been fighting to the death in every single game this season. So, Tuscola, if they can, barring an absolute miracle right here, is throw it Pro back to pass, and it is intercepted by Hull, and he's got room to run. Oh, and they're not going to call a hold. Yep, they do call holding. This is going to get called back. It's going to be Tuscola ball. I think Hull might know. Hardly a celebration on Tuscola's part, but Pro got tackled. It was a decent form tackle right there, but it's going to be coming back, and unfortunately Carrollton cannot get this consolation score. It's got to come back.
Substitutions coming in for Tuscola, and it will be holding.
And Tuscola, well, most times around here, I mean, teams Carrollton have played, they'll just put in their JV team. This could be their JV team very well, but they got a lot of depth. This could be their simply their second-string varsity team. We'll see what they can do. And Tuscola, looking at their roster, they got several starters that will be back next season. So be aware for them. Well, you're always kind of aware for Tuscola. They're just that great of a program. 2 state championships, 5 state appearances, and it probably might be 6 after this season.
3 minutes in, 15 seconds counting down in this 4th quarter here at Carrollton, Illinois. Displaying 1A high school football.
And the new quarterback in is Luke Sluter, a 6'2", 193-pound sophomore. And if he's 6'2", 193 pounds, wonder what he's going to be look like in 2 years' time. Because that's a lot similar to what Caleb Williams and Nick Bates are like. Similar size.
Fans packing up their chairs, walking towards the exits.
Yep, some Carrollton fans have given up hope, and I think all of them have given up hope in terms of the result, but a lot of fans sticking around just to be loyal. Good running.
Byron Holmes in on the tackle there for the Hawks.
We'll be seeing more of Byron Holmes. He's only a sophomore, and he's been involved in a lot of key action all season long, so he'll be interesting to watch in the years to come. As well as Alex Boker, just a junior as well. He was a starter as well last year.
These losses are always so hard to swallow for seniors and their families.
He's broken free, and he could go to the house. Tackled from behind. That was number 12, Noah Pierce. Well, this is their time to Tuscola players that are getting their first type of although Pierce, he's been involved most of the game. They don't care. They still want to score, get touchdowns on the run. As the Warriors line up. Warriors, they'll play. We could have a Warriors on Warriors battle as at last check, Calhoun, they were winning 14-0 at the end of the third quarter, and we might be getting a small – and there's a fumble on the play. It's recovered by Sluter. Misconnection on the handoff. It's Tanner. He's checking the score out for Calhoun.
Yeah, as our good friend Tim Nelson posts on the Facebook, Calhoun defeats Red Hill 22-0, heading for the quarterfinals for the first time since 2010, and will play these Tuscola Warriors. Warriors on Warriors next Saturday.
And that means Tuscola, they will that will be in Tuscola because the Warriors, this is their road game. And Calhoun, they play at home today, and they already played on the road. And then the tie goes to the higher seed, and that's Tuscola. So that'll be a really tough game for Calhoun, but their defense has been stifling. That's 2 straight shutouts in 2 games, and that's very hard to accomplish. However, this Tuscola team will be a completely different animal. I think you got to say that.
Time is ticking down with 27 seconds remaining.
Last play of the game.
And all they will have to do is take that final knee for the Warriors to claim their spot in the quarterfinals.
And that's it. Tuscola, they defeat Carrollton 55-28. Tuscola, they improved to 11-0 on the season. They better last year by getting to the quarterfinals. And Carrollton, they end at 7-4, but a tremendous season from where they started to where they ended. Players, they have nothing to be ashamed about. They will be ashamed about this loss because that's just a player mentality. They desperately wanted to win, but when they can look back on it, I think they can have their heads held high.
Well, and you know, as the saying goes, most of these kids are multi-sport athletes, and you just got to look forward to the next season, as this one is in the past. We look forward to seeing a lot of these guys out on the basketball court, John.
And baseball as well. But for now, it's the IHSA playoffs, and Tuscola moves on. They defeat Carrollton 55-28 in Carrollton. As for RiverBender.com, we are signing off. This is John Huff and Tanner Crumwitty. Thank you for joining in, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.